brake.
Okay.
Here is just a regular stock wheel. I use a stock. It's going to take 6 tires for this. You just want to make sure the outer diameter is the same if you're going to have 2 different wheels. But this is rear-wheel drive. But if you do a 4-wheel drive Acty, the outer diameter has to be the same so you don't bind up your drivetrain. These are the studs. These are just Go-Go Gadget Extendo studs.
You know what's sad about this?
It seems like it's more complicated.
No, you couldn't put tries.
You could do tries. You just gotta flip them around.
You couldn't.
Backward tries, bro.
You couldn't though. I couldn't put this though.
Yeah, you could. It'll look weird backwards. All right, now since you're putting this on YouTube and everyone complains about torque, for the first time in my life, I got to.
You're gonna actually torque these?
I'm actually gonna torque them, so I don't have to hear the comment section on the torque. Anyway, this is gonna be just for your. These don't have to be crazy either. Ooh. Do a nice little star method so nobody complains about that. Alright, then you take another stock wheel and you literally turn it inside out. And then you put the center cap.
That's a good touch, putting the center cap like that.
Yeah, put the center cap on the outside now. Now this is where you got to use the washers because this is the back of the wheel. They provide the washers for you to give it a mating surface here. I am opting for aftermarket aluminum lightweight lugs. These I don't suggest using a impact gun because I'm sure Pedro can tell you about what happens when you use a impact. Unfortunately, they strip out really easily. Tire shop tore them up. So what I like to do is kind of play with it, make sure it lands pretty level so you don't have a wobbly dooly. I put this cheap Amazon $30 rubber fender flare. And that's it.
Did you drive yours on the highway?
Yep. Yeah, he actually did. I think you were the first one to drive on the highway. I'm doing the star method. I don't want nobody complaining about the star method. This thing is actually... We're not going to go full torque on this. If that's really all you want, I'm not even going to wait for that to click because I know that that's too much. Even though it calls for 60, it's too much. All right. That's it, right? So you got all 4. Put your little end caps on. And that's it, bro. You officially have...
We could have done this in Japan, but sadly we didn't have the wheels.
I told you. You know there's unlimited steelies in Japan. Because you throw them out.
I really do throw them. I pay to throw them out at that.
All right. Now you get the full pick of the back with the front. That's it.
One take.
Ghost cam. Here's the ghost cam. It's like a rotary engine now.
This is part of the tune?
Yeah. So now you get that rotary-esque ghost cam.
That is sick.
That's crazy.
Why is it called Ghost Cam?
Because even though I have cams, they're not low big enough to make it do this.
Okay.
This is in the tune because my cams are aftermarket, they're Tomei.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do this. And it's all push button. Like if I hit this, initiate self-destruct. Take it off. I got anti-lag, launch control, afterburners or flames when it heats up. Take 2, bro. What did I say? It's a full E85 conversion, 68 millimeter Borg Warner.
R8.
Audi R8 coils on it. It's fully tuned. It has selectable horsepower, 500, 700, 800. And it is, what is the, I already forgot the name of it, but anyway, it's fully built.
Are you gonna drive it to like the track in the summertime?
If I get time, you know how we be, man.
Yeah.
I might be in Tokyo with you. I never brought this to the track, personally. I've never. Here's the fueling upgrade. I don't have just one Hellcat fuel pump. I now have 1, 2, 3.
Literally
4.
from a Hellcat?
Yeah, the one in here that fills this is a Hellcat fuel
wow.
pump. These are not Hellcat fuel pumps, but they're very high volume fuel pumps. They're small enough to fit inside of this. So this surge tank gets filled with E85, and then from here it sucks it out.
Is it one of those flex fuel where you could do both or only 85? Oh, okay.
And here's my anti-gravity battery with the push button jump in case you kill your battery. Or you got the remote control, you can just jump it with your. So I can leave the LEDs on, and if it kills the battery, I just hit the switch and jump my own battery.
What made you want to buy this?
This is the first. This is the beginning. When I bought this is what started it all, man. It's my first right-hand drive car. I actually sold it in order to get some money to start being able to play in the space of Nicholas Jimenez. And I ended up using the money to start Right-Hand Imports. And after we did well, Right-Hand Imports brought it back more recently, actually. So,
And then you brought it to Kentucky?
I brought it to Kentucky. Shout out to the builder out there who did the custom Helltech tuning to kind of tidy up some of my idle surging. He added some flames, which we couldn't figure out today, but it does.
It popped the flame.
It popped. You know, I got anti-lag now. I have ghost cams in it. It does all types of cool stuff now, but it is now super horsepower. So I think we're at 780 plus horsepower now. So it's not too bad. Oh, for this one?
Yeah.
Oh, so this one is pretty interesting. So I bought this new property, and we were getting rid of my campground, so I didn't need a golf cart anymore. And Pedro, a really good friend of mine, he took over my campsite, but he doesn't have a golf cart like the one I had. So I was like, wow, I'd rather sell an Acty than a golf cart. So I talked to him and swapped out, and we just did an even trade. The dually stuff you got for me while you was out in Japan, so figured throw it on there since we had everything we needed. And then really it was just, it's easier for me to stay in the JDM realm than putting a golf cart up.
Yeah.
My golf cart was brand new, so it was actually a good trade.
Yeah, this one is nice. Even the fact that it's two-wheel drive, but it's a town.
Yep.
AC.
And the interior is so plush.
Yeah.
Like this.
Oh, is it for sale?
Yeah. This
Is
for
there a
sale.
video price or not really?
Oh, video price. Oh, hold on, because it's the Way Before the Fame video price. I always wanted to do this, so I got to make a really good price. I would do $6,500 with the dually kit for Way Before the Fame price.
Hit them up. You know where to find them.
$6,500 dually
And the nice
kit.
rims too.
Nice rims.
Where'd you get those?
This is from Pedro. Actually,
Oh, okay, nice.
Pedro provided all the wheels you see here. So this is all from Pedro. Dually kits from you. The lug nut kit is just off of Amazon. And then this is also from Amazon.
Yeah.
This is just some stick-on fender flare. So pretty cheap to do, pretty easy. And then obviously the truck came from
CDP.
Car Deal page, bro. Shout out Rodrigo, Nate, June, the team, bro.
See you guys soon.
For real.
Next, let's talk about the box truck.
The box truck, another trade with, again, Pedro. So ended up, he bought a Marigino for his wife, a 4-door, I believe it's turbo.
Yeah.
But I got the white Gino in from when we were in Tokyo, and we orchestrated a trade. He wanted a his and hers, so his wife's Gino should be here next week. Now he's gonna have his Gino, hers, and then we just traded straight up for the Acty box, because I've never seen a box truck before. And it's been doing work. It helped me move into this house. We filled it up with tons of stuff in it. Also, my son hangs out in here, hence the pizza. But yeah, Hart wheels are still on it. And this thing actually drives really good.
And it's 4-wheel drive, which is pretty rare.
4-wheel drive. And then we put the new...
And you put those lights up there, right? How do they work?
Stay there. Let me show you the lights. These are the best parts. Put a power inverter. And then now we have some lights.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much was that? You got that on Amazon?
I got this at the Goodwill, and it was like $5.
Really? Like, no joke?
Swear to God.
Wow.
It was a whole kit for a garage, though. It had tons of hexagons for $5. But I ended up just using a little bit of it because it wouldn't all fit. And then it needed 120 volt, and I put a DC to 120 volt power inverter on the existing line or the existing wire for the light back here.
Yeah.
So now I have a switch here, so I can just turn it on and off. And of course, I still did an LED in here.
Wow, that does absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
But knowing you,
round it out, bro.
knowing you would do it anyway.
So yeah, this is a super extra light in here. It's really nice.
And this one has like 66,000 kilometers.
Yeah, very low on the kilometers, bro.
He just put these seat covers in.
Yep, I put them in. And fun fact, fun fact, this is not an OEM seat. In order to get this pass-through that they did here, this seat is actually like a jumper seat almost. So if you buy a kit, it doesn't like snug like this. You
because this is that's much smaller.
Yeah,
you
you
can
actually
tell.
have to wrap it, stretch it, do a few cuts. But I made it work on a jumper seat. I mean, this thing is a lot smaller than an OEM seat.
Yeah.
But it folds two ways, you know? You got this way, and you got this way.
Yeah.
So you can pass through, so...
What do you think this was used out there?
You know what? We talked about this and debated many times. And what I thought it was for, it was just to work out of maybe landscaping. There's tools up front. They could keep small tool. I mean, there's a tool shelf up top. I also removed the boards right here. There was boards that go across here so they could access some stuff. So I think it's either landscaping or some type of tradesman.
Yeah. This one is actually really nice.
Oh my God, that's so nice. This is the WayBeforeTheFame merch spec, bro.
It was supposed to be his merch spec.
Yeah, he's
got the blue stripe in the front.
Maraginos and all types of stuff. So. Yeah,
What's the video?
Oh, video price on it. I actually have it listed right now. I have it listed for like 9,000. But to be honest with you, 78 takes the box.
Yeah, and this, don't forget, we can't talk about the side skirts.
skirts. Hold on. This is why 78 takes this one. Because could you get it cheaper? Yeah, but if you don't understand that these are custom side skirts on both sides, just replicating these alone and just mass selling them would be crazy.
Would be $7,800 right there, because who doesn't want this on their Acty?
doesn't want
Like, you're
these?
telling me that this, I mean, that's a dually kit, but you get the point. Everybody would want it.
100%. Might go. Will it go the distance?
No, this one is sick. I could actually use this myself.
Bro, you know.
I could have drove home instead of this.
Hey, you can always cancel a flight. All you did was use your points, bro. That's fine.
That is true.
So what made me want to get the Tri-7?
Because you could have got the wheel.
Could have got the wheel. I did throw it up in the air. I like the wheel, actually. We just talked about how much we like it in person. John, shout out to John, just brought his down here. But I needed a full-size engine. We just moved from Brook Park. It's a 30-minute hike, but all freeway. So I needed something that still fit my like right-hand imports image, but was a regular size engine. So you just so happen to have this for sale. The wheel. You did have some other vehicles, but they're all 660 cc. So
Yeah.
this
This is perfect. It's space-wise, engine-wise, look-wise.
perfect, because I have kids, and it has trunk space, so I can put some luggage in there.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to make the trip back from my old LaCosta to this one. And it was just too much with the small car. I tried it with the Acty. It was just screaming the whole time. So.
Yeah.
And then you were so nice to
Leave these on here.
leave these on here.
Comment below if you like the red.
Please say you like them. Some don't. But yeah. And now I'll be getting the wheel. I'll be trading the Acty.
Yeah, trading the Acty. First person to do a 8-hour road trip and not in dualies.
Dualies, bro. This stuff is simple, so. I'm excited. I'm excited to drive this thing.
The Tri 7000. This is how I'm leaving Ohio right now.
Please stay seated with your seatbelt fastened and carry-on items stowed until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. Be careful when opening overhead bins to avoid any items that may have shifted during flight, and please ensure you have all of your personal belongings before departing. As we reach the gate, we invite you to use the 5,000 app for important passengers.
Somehow, the weather in Cleveland is nicer than New York City. Make it make sense. But thank you guys for watching. Gonna end this video here. Very happy about the Tri being gone. Even happier that it's going to the homie Gio, and he's gonna get a lot of use out of it. And now that gives us time to focus on selling the Suzuki Carry, selling the Toyota Will, really going knees deep in the Mini. I think next step is throwing some tint on here. Not really digging the fishbowl. Don't even get me started on the Ford Ka. We got to figure out this radio situation. An unsung hero to some, still one of my favorite cars, Mitsuoka Yuga. And then I realized with this bad boy, because of all the ice in the area, I got to change the fuel pump, but I also need to get it on ramps. So I think I got to do some shoveling. But thank you guys for watching. Catch you on the next one.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.